Hi, my name is Jim Kurtz, and I'm the Senior Farm Consultant with Harvest Harmonics. And in this video, I'm going to walk you through the basics of a brand new technology which is taking the agricultural industry by storm and will dramatically help farmers not only make more money on the farm, but do so in a way that's environmentally friendly and producing better quality food for everybody. Let's take a look at how the system works. Harvest Harmonics is the international distributor for the Kiminasi crop booster technology. Our mission is very simple. We want to help farmers grow healthier, better quality fruits and vegetables with more yields and lower input costs, all without harming the environment. And when we look at plants that have more energy, they have certain characteristics. Plants with more energy grow stronger and faster. They produce more fruits and vegetables. They produce better quality fruits and vegetables. They resist insects and diseases more effectively than plants with less energy. They also feed soil microbiology to help regenerate the soil over time. And most importantly, they're more resistant to weather and other stress factors. So, if all of these things are true, the obvious question becomes, how do we boost energy in plants? Our answer to that question is through biophysics. Now, biophysics is the branch of science that deals with the physical interactions of a plant with its environment, as well as the internal cellular interactions between the cells of the plant that enable it to perform their biological functions. Now, when we look at a complex process like photosynthesis in the picture here, we see a number of smaller processes at work. Water and nutrients are absorbed through the root system and carried to the leaves via the stem or the trunk of the tree. Carbon dioxide is absorbed in the leaves of the plant. And of course, the plant uses sunlight to convert carbon dioxide and water into sugar molecules, which are then processed into other molecules for the cellular growth and fruit and vegetable production of the plant. Now, when we look at all these processes, it's easy to focus on the chemistry of it. Let's make sure we have enough nitrogen and phosphorus and carbon and other things so that the plant has all the chemicals that it needs. But what we did is focus on how those different chemicals interact and how these processes interact, and specifically how they're timed to make the plant as efficient as possible. And we're looking at the frequencies associated with these different processes in healthy, productive plants. Now, Mr. Fulvio Baumelli, who discovered this technology, studied plants for over 24 years using this biophysical method. And he discovered that when plants were healthy, no matter what the variety, they had energy patterns that were very consistent and organized, and they gave off waves that looked very similar to this picture on the left. However, when he looked at the same varieties of plants that were under stress, he noticed that the energy patterns within the plant were very disorganized and distorted. So his first major breakthrough was to discover that if we just took the frequencies and timing mechanisms of healthy plants and directly introduced them to unhealthy or stressed plants, we can bring those stressed plants back to a state of health and vigor without the addition of extra water or nutrients or any other chemical. Now, the interesting thing about this is that this is a very technical, detailed branch of physics. Now, if I walked you through exactly how the physical processes work, we could be here for quite some time. But suffice to say that the approach is very, very easy and simple to use. We have programmed over 3,000 unique frequency patterns of healthy, productive plants into small transmitters, which look like the picture you see on the orange picture on the right here. And we attach those transmitters to a farmer's irrigation system. And every time the farmer irrigates his crops using our Kiminasi system, our system is sending tiny waves into the molecules of water. And when the plants absorb that water that has our frequencies are rebalancing and retuning those internal biological processes so that all the cells in the plant are aligned and working together in harmony. Now, this makes the plant much more efficient at generating energy, and of course, that will translate into a number of different improvements, such as higher yield, better quality, better resistance to insects and other diseases. Now, I'm about to show you a few examples of how we can help improve the various aspects of plant growth. So let's first take a look at the results from using the crop booster to improve yields. We've seen a number of these different results all over the world. First, let's stop in Brazil, where we looked at this melon trial, where we did a side-by-side comparison of one field versus another. And on the treated field with the Kiminasi crop booster, we got a 25% yield increase. In one of the largest asparagus growers in Peru, we saw a 49% increase in yield on asparagus over the course of the season. In a university trial in Colombia, we saw an 815% increase in overall corn ear weight with a 583% increase in forage yield on corn. In Morocco, we saw a 273% increase bunch weight with a 45% more berries and 22% larger grapes in Morocco. In Peru, again, we went on another university study. We saw a 26.7% increase in watermelon production, as well as in Bolivia, a 32% increase in yield on potatoes, a 33% yield increase on black lentils in India, a 165% increase in yield on Thompson grapes down in Chile, a 97% increase in overall yield on ají blanca peppers in Peru, a 20% increase in eggplant production in India, a 16% yield increase with improved photosynthesis on potatoes in Bolivia, a 65 grape clusters per plant with a 97% overall yield increase on Scarlata grapes. We also saw an improved fruit quality. We saw a 55% increase in yield on limes in Colombia. We saw a 30% increase in yield with improvement of 4 to 5 degrees Brix on melons in Washington in the United States. A 130% increase in yield on potatoes in Ecuador. Improved size and overall quality in Ara grapes down in Chile, and a 70% increase in yield on peppers down in Panama. So I can go on and on and on with all the different examples of yield increases with the Kiminasa crop booster. But the bottom line is we consistently see an average improvement in yield across the board, no matter what the crop type or what the region or what the soil type, of anywhere between 20 and 30%. We've seen some stellar examples where we got much, much higher than that. How much we can improve your yield depends a lot on what you're currently doing and how much stress factors or different factors you have on the crops. So if you'd like more information, please give us a call, 727-324-6750. We'd be happy to have a one-on-one consultation with you so we can determine how we can best help you increase your yield on your farm.